The large white tents around Tucson this year are pointing to places where people can get vaccinated against the coronavirus. But in 2020 and before that, many of these structures were part of a massive winter migration to the city. It brought a treasure trove to Tucson, literally. The Tucson Gem Mineral and Fossil Showcase attracts thousands of merchants and visitors to southern Arizona. The showcase is made up of multiple gatherings by different groups or companies. Collectively, they pump tens of millions of dollars to the regional economy. Mical Mael established Mical & Company, nature's art decor, a couple of decades ago in Los Angeles. As part of her operations, Tucson is one of her annual destinations.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, this show is probably about 70% of my income. So this show means so much to us. First of all, we're the supply chain for the whole world. This is the only place that you can get something from Morocco, from Brazil, from Uruguay, from Russia, from Europe, from South America. This is the only place. And I don't think people understand how lucky they are in Tucson and Arizona to have such a huge mecca of crystals in their hands once a year.
Even though the annual Tucson Gem and Mineral Show at the Tucson Convention Center was not held last month, Mael is still opening for business. She's renting a 10,000 square foot warehouse on Main Avenue north of downtown.
So what's happening right now is, in lieu of the show being canceled, I said, what am I going to do? Like, people are still going to be coming and wanting these crystals, and how am I going to be able to get to them? And then also 2021, what's going to happen? We don't really know. So I said, okay, I'm going to close up shop in LA, and I'm going to bring all of this beautiful, majestic energy beings into Tucson, Arizona, and open it up here for the very first time. So normally I'm here about 2 months out of the year, but now I'm going to be here full time.
Perhaps she'll only sell a fraction of what a typical year would fetch, but for her assistants, such as Louis, this chance to work is crucial.
Work's been pretty slow. I get what I can get in and do whatever it takes to take care of my family. It's an income every year that I bank on every year, and not happen and put a big dent in my pocket.
A few blocks north of Mical & Company, Kulen Pandey is also employing Tucsonans at his family's business. Superb Minerals specializes in imports from India and leases a 12,000 square foot warehouse where they're displayed. Due to the pandemic, there have been more sales online.
People can look at the mineral and they can discuss, they can buy, they can make offers, things like that. So definitely it helps a lot to have a space like this. But again, it adds the cost up too, because when you're doing a show, you're only paying a show fee. And if the show is canceled, you save that money or use it for the next year's as a deposit. But here, you're still paying your monthly rental, and all of those expenses are still where they were, but the revenue generation has gone down tremendously. It's 75% of the revenue for our entire year that comes from the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show.
Customers such as Mark Young are trickling in, drawn here by the sparkling items. He started a collection years ago and just can't stop.
I have 2 kids that live in Phoenix, so figured to come out here and say hello to them, see them. And I brought my brother-in-law because we usually come to the Gem Mineral Show every year for about the past 12 years.
And what does this mean for you, having this showcase here in Tucson?
Oh, this is my reprieve every year. We leave here after spending 2 weeks here and can't wait to come back the next year. We spend, well, I don't know if my wife's going to see this, but maybe 10,000, a little more. Who knows? And now she's saving a lot of money.
Moving forward, merchants like Pandey and Mael are cautiously optimistic about the financial prognosis. They hope the crystals align.
Because just having a show for the sake of having a show is not going to make a difference. Because the economic flow, the economic body has to work in favor of everybody to make it a successful show.
So we're also dancing and seeing how we can shift. So 2022, let's just pray. I mean, I think really at one point you just have to give it to God and and hope for the best.
And there may be some relief in just a few weeks. Currently, various other shows are scheduled to be held in April, subject to COVID conditions next month.